All right, so today what you've got is push day of your 3-day split. And I've got Janelle with me to help you out. Okay, Janelle, you're gonna start off with shoulders. So go ahead and lie down, and I'm gonna give you some dumbbells for a chest press. Not 10 pounds. I'm gonna give you some 20-pounders. Here goes one, and there's the other. Go ahead and take it all the way up. Now what I want you to pay particular attention to is your elbow angle. Go ahead and show me a 90-degree angle, and then right back up. Beautiful, perfect. So as she goes down, what we're looking at is goalpost arms. Keep going, you got it. Make sure you don't dip too low. Now it's not that it's dangerous or it's wrong, but what I specifically do want you to look for is not going lower than the bench. Up. Good, give me one more. Perfect. Now, we're pretending like that was Janelle's first set. So her first set would be her lightest set at about 20, maybe even 25 pounds. So her second set is going to be
35.
Good, 35, and probably not as many repetitions. And then her final set,
Probably 40 or 45.
right, and again, not as many repetitions. All right? Okay, so we're going to move on to incline. What we're looking for in this incline is about a 45-degree angle. All right, go ahead and take a seat. And here's your dumbbells. And push straight up. And again, same thing. Down, goalpost arms, and up. Perfect. Now make sure you're pointing straight up to the sky when you press up. Don't feel like you have to push forward. It's not perpendicular to your body that we're pushing. It's perpendicular to the floor. Straight up, straight down. And again, 90-degree angles at the elbows and up. Careful you don't go too low, Janelle. Perfect. Perfect. This is a really light weight for her, so she has a tendency to want to go a little bit lower than necessary. That's your 90-degree angle. Good. Perfect. Stay there, Janelle, don't move. Okay. What I want you to look at here is, right, head down. Perfect. She has a nice little small curvature of her spine down here. That is normal. That is called her neutral spine. Janelle, go ahead and squash her low back in. Good. Do you see how uncomfortable she looks? She took her legs into the floor, she dug deep, and then she tilted her pelvis. Do not want you to tilt your pelvis back. I want you to keep that spine neutral. So where are your hip bones? Right there? Perfect. Hip bones should be pointing straight ahead. Just like your eyes, straight ahead. Okay, thanks. Now we're moving on to chest flies. And back down you go. I'm going to give you 15 pounds, 10 pounds. What do you want to start with?
Surprise me.
20 pounds.
Okay.
Okay, so for your chest flies, your palms are facing in, and you want to start with your hands up above. Don't start down below. I actually see that quite often. Go ahead and take it all the way out, almost to a straight line, and then come right back up. You want to make sure that your shoulders and your arms are in a straight line. Don't let your hands go below the bench. Perfect. Do it again. I'm trying to find fault with her. Good, keep going. How's your spine?
Perfect.
In neutral?
In neutral.
Good. Last one. Excellent. I'm going to do the same thing. Being that you can see the difference, come here, that I'm so much taller than her. I'm going to show you what happens when a shorter person like myself, would you grab me some 10 pounds, please? Tries to lay down with their feet on the floor. You'll notice how my back makes that big arch. Then you see this. Feet on the bench. Well, now what happened? Now I'm in posterior pelvic tilt. My low back is pressed down. But if I put dumbbells on the floor, now I have a neutral spine. Out and up. All right, we're going to move on to shoulders. All right, moving on to shoulders. All right, your first exercise, shoulder press. 20 pounds?
20 pounds.
Okay. So for Janelle, we've got some 20-pound dumbbells. Now these are her warm-up set dumbbells. No way would I let you get away with training just 20s, right?
No.
All right, so same rules apply. What we're looking for is a 90-degree angle at the elbow. Again, goalpost arms. Perfect. She is not smashing her low back into, no, you weren't, good job, into the bench. She's got a neutral spine. Make sure also that her hands are on the front half of her head pushing straight up. As soon as they get to straight over or beyond, you're going to find that neutral spine pops right out of place. Okay, so think about keeping that weight directly over the front half of your head. That means she's done. Sorry, Janelle. I can get talking. All right, lateral arm raise for her second. Now, the funny thing about lateral arm raise, when she's doing her shoulder press, she'll probably start at 20s, then go into 25s, 30s. With the lateral arm raise, sometimes you'll start at 8, your second set 10, maybe your last set 12. It's a much smaller muscle that we're using, or portion of the shoulder that we're using. So it's a lot harder to get a heavier weight in. All right, so she's sitting here with perfect spine, straight out, straight down. Also, her dumbbells are going straight to her hips. Excellent job. Now, I'm gonna let you rest for a second so I can show how not to do it. When you see people in the weight room bringing it in front, standing up, they're cheating. Notice, do it again, Janelle. That's why I let her rest. She can't cheat. Well, at least it's really hard for her to cheat. She doesn't have as much room to get momentum. Go ahead and rest. And she can't bring, most importantly, the dumbbells to the front of her hip. You'll notice that when I'm lifting, watch, from here to the outside of my hips, I'm going parallel to gravity. It's not until once I get beyond my hips and go up that I'm actually working against gravity. So in other words, from here to here, you're gaining momentum. From here to here, you're actually doing the work. Good. All right, so for your third exercise, reverse flies. You can put those down. I'll give you light ones. She gave me the look. All right, she's going to hinge forward. She's not going to round over from her waist, but she's actually sticking her hips out and her chest up. Because what is it all about, Janelle?
TNA.
It's all about TNA. So make sure you're sticking those hips way out. Go ahead and lift. Perfect. I actually want you to lift your back up just a little bit more. There you go. Perfect. Straight up and down. Now you notice her arms are going straight up and down. Perfect. Perpendicular to the floor. All right, so she's working against gravity. But you'll also see sometimes people bending their elbows. Good. And squeezing the back. This is a much larger muscle group, so it's a lot easier. And then you also see a little bit swinging involved with it. There you go. Good. Not right. Okay, show us right. Perfect. Straight up, straight down, trying to lengthen the arms as best you can. You don't want a straight elbow. Go ahead and rest. You don't want a straight or locked elbow, but you do want that arm as long as you can get it. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Moving on to show them. Triceps. Okay, so now we're moving on to dips. And for dips, we have Monique. We're going to start off with the advanced version on the parallel bars. Mo, jump on up. Okay, Mo, I'm going to let you go by yourself. Again, what we're looking for is that 90-degree angle at the elbows. So if you're getting fatigued and you do have a partner to help you, what you want to do is have your partner put your feet right on the thighs. So now, Monique, go ahead and go. I, as a partner, have barely anything to do. This is really easy. Not only that, I'm not taking Monique, go ahead down, picking her up and throwing her through the roof. Monique is able to use me where she actually needs me, which is really just at the bottom, probably about the bottom quarter inch of this. She pushes on my thighs, the rest, all her. Go ahead and jump down. Another alternative for the parallel bars is the machines. There are some machines that have a counterbalancing act, and you put the pin in, and it sets your weight. So let's say I'm 120 pounds, and I can only push 20 pounds. I would set it at 100, and then I only have to do dips with 20 pounds of my own body weight. But we've got another version with Janelle. Okay, Janelle's going to show us bench dips. All right, Michelle, go ahead and take it all down. And again, what are we looking at? 90-degree angles. Now again, look at, I'll let you use her. She's got such a perfect neutral spine, ears over shoulders to the hips. Great posture. What's it all about?
TNA.
TNA, good. Chest is lifted, straight down with the hips. Go ahead and show us how to cheat. She doesn't even know how to cheat. There you go, there it is. So the further away from the bench, the easier it is on your triceps. However, the harder it is on your anterior deltoid and you risk injury. Go ahead, don't want you to get hurt, so do it right. Down and up. Excellent, go ahead and take a seat. And there you have parallel dips and bench dips.